Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So today we are going to talk about the transfer news that's currently going on in FC Barcelona. And so I wanted to make this video because we haven't talked about any transfers in the past week, and that's only because Barcelona have been focused on the UCL tournament, and right now currently they have been focusing on who's going to be the next coach for FC Barcelona next season. And so there was a moment where Barcelona did stop all of their transfers, but now we are here. Barcelona have gotten Koeman. Koeman will be coaching Barcelona, and now we are going to be focusing on the transfers. And so we are first going to be talking about three heavyweights that is currently playing for FC Barcelona. Then we will be moving on to Felipe Coutinho. Next, we will be talking about Eric Garcia. And lastly, we will be talking about Lautaro Martinez. And we are first going to talk about the heavyweights. So there are three players that I do want to talk about, and one of them is Luis Suarez. And the other two is going to be about Sergi Roberto and Sergio Busquets. These three players have been rumored to leave FC Barcelona in this summer. Why? It's because some of them have not been putting out those performances that we have used to see them put out, and some of them just simply don't cut it. And it is to a point where Barcelona is looking to find an upgrade of that player. And so starting with Luis Suarez first, it says here that it is fully confirmed from Fabrizio Romano that Barcelona would be ready to sell Suarez if they can receive an important bid. Ajax have contacted his agent and will try to get him back, which basically means that Ajax right now are currently structuring a deal for Luis Suarez. They are building that contract, and in order to give that bid to FC Barcelona so Barcelona can evaluate and say, okay, fine, we can sell Luis Suarez towards you. So right now Ajax is currently looking at how long do we want to keep Luis Suarez for, what are going to be his wages, and what is his main role going to be. Is he going to get 50 minutes every match? Is he going to play for the full match? Is he going to be a regular starter? All of these things are being talked about right now at the moment. But as soon as Barcelona do receive that bid, Barcelona will not hesitate on selling Luis Suarez, and it's looking more and more likely that Barcelona will be switching Luis Suarez and bringing Lautaro Martinez. Even Suarez has stated that there needs to be a replacement for him because he is well aware that he cannot keep up playing every game every week. And that's the most beautiful part about this whole thing, is that Luis Suarez agrees to go to a different club. Barcelona do want to sell him, and Ajax do want to bring in Luis Suarez. So it is fitting all parties, and everything is indicating that Luis Suarez will be one of the first players to leave Barcelona in this summer. Now moving on to the other two players. So we do have Busquets and Sergi Roberto's agent, who has spoke about the two players and what is their current situation looking like with FC Barcelona. He has assured that neither of them will leave Barcelona, and that he has spoken with both of the captains 2 hours ago to tell them to be calm, and that he makes it clear that the club has not told them to leave. But I would take that with a grain of salt, and the reason why I'm saying that is because there is no reason for the agent to spill out information this early in the transfer window. So it does make sense for him to defend that Roberto and Busquets will be staying at Barcelona. The real question in this is that what's going to be the next destination for both of these players, because both of these players have been at Barcelona for all of their lives. And we also have Bartomeu, who recently did have an interview about 3 to 4 hours ago. He said this: it's time to fire some players with all honors. Some players have already known this for days. And notice how he says for all honors. That is basically telling us everything that we need to know about this situation. That could include Sergi Roberto and Sergio Busquets. Basically, when you say all honors, it basically means that for all the veterans that are in FC Barcelona and are not currently putting out the performances that we expect them to put out, they're going to have to leave as soon as possible. Yes, we do love those players. We are grateful for what they brought, but it is time to go. So let me ask you guys this, because this is a very tough question, because it is a very tough situation when it comes to Busquets and Sergi Roberto. Do you see these two players saying their final goodbyes in this summer? And if you do, what club do you see Sergi Roberto and Sergio Busquets go to? Moving on to the next topic of the day, and we're going to be talking about Felipe Coutinho. So right now it is very 50-50 in the eyes of every FC Barcelona fan. They don't know if they want to keep Felipe Coutinho or not. There is a side that's currently saying Coutinho already had his chance. He tried to prove it under Valverde. There's no way that Coutinho is going to come back. He is not good enough to play for FC Barcelona. And then there is another side that is stating that Coutinho does deserve a second chance. He has showed why he's world class. He did just put out a performance against Barcelona. He scored 2 goals and 1 assist in under 10 minutes. And if we could put Coutinho in the midfield, he will most certainly bring out those performances that Barcelona have been wanting from him for so long. So those are the two sides right now. And Bartomeu, again, from that interview, he did talk about Felipe Coutinho, and he said this: Coutinho can stay here if Koeman wants him. And that right there is opening the doors to Felipe Coutinho. Does Koeman want Felipe Coutinho? Is there a chance that we might see him in a FC Barcelona shirt next season? Because there has been reports in the past 24 hours that Koeman does want to bring in Van de Beek. This is where it gets very complicated, underestimated, because if we do bring in Van de Beek and Felipe Coutinho, you're telling me that next season we're going to have Van de Beek, Alenia, De Jong, Ricky Puig, Pedri, and Felipe Coutinho. That is something that Koeman is going to really have to assess, because if he does say that, yes, I want Coutinho in my team, I can work something out with this player, there might be a chance that Coutinho might find it hard to find a place in this squad. And keep in mind, Coutinho does want to play. He wants to be a starter. So Koeman is going to have a serious conversation with Felipe Coutinho. But it is crazy to me, going back to that interview, right, that Bartomeu has opened the doors on this player, because we have heard in the past months that Barcelona were trying to sell Felipe Coutinho for 50 million euros. He was that gateway. He was that key to unlock all of the transfers that Barcelona were trying to complete. And so all of this is going to be answered when it comes to Coutinho's future and what Barcelona does want to do with him after Bayern's UCL run is over. We need to find that final conclusion. Bayern is looking like they're going to be playing PSG in the final. And so immediately after that, Coutinho will be going back to Barcelona, and Koeman will have that serious discussion with Coutinho to decide if Coutinho does want to wear the Barcelona shirt again next season. Moving on to the next topic of the day, and we're going to be talking about Eric Garcia. So before I do get into the news with Eric Garcia, I do want to give you guys some context on what's going on with Guardiola and Manchester City, because right now they are in a situation where they do want to fix their backline. They do have plans, and Guardiola is looking for a new center back. After bringing their new center back named Nathan Ake, Guardiola and Man City are currently interested in bringing in Koulibaly, which basically means that if you're going to bring Nathan Ake and Koulibaly in the same summer to fill out those two center back positions, it's looking more unlikely that Guardiola does see Eric Garcia in his future plans. And even if Guardiola says, I'll give you some minutes, I'll give you 20 or 30 minutes, Eric Garcia does want to be a regular starter. He believes that he deserves to play a full 90 minutes. And at Manchester City, he does not see that. And this is only going to push the move of Eric Garcia to Barcelona. And Fabrizio Romano did state that because of that situation that's currently going on, and knowing that Guardiola does want to bring in new center backs, he has said that Barcelona are currently in talks with Man City to sign Eric Garcia, and it is currently increasing by the minute. And so the only thing that Barcelona do need to negotiate is the price, because right now Man City are pricing Eric Garcia at 30 million euros. Barcelona do see him at 15 million euros. And like in every transfer, this has received some backlash, because recently there was a player that used to be linked with Barcelona named Upamecano, who did just display a world-class performance against Atletico Madrid. And looking at Upamecano's performance against Atletico Madrid, where he did shut down every attacker by himself, yes, it's true that if you were to compare Upamecano's best game and Eric Garcia's best game, Upamecano is the clear winner. But here is the problem. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, Upamecano did sign a new 3-year deal, which will take him until 2023 with Leipzig. Meaning if Barcelona do want to sign Upamecano, it will cost 53 million euros to bring that center back in. And Barcelona currently do not have 53 million euros in the bank to spend on a center back. So if we were to have the discussion on who is going to be most likely signed in this summer between Upamecano and Eric Garcia, Barcelona are putting their money on Eric Garcia. Moving on to the last topic of the day, and we're going to be talking about Lautaro Martinez. And this is a player that we haven't talked about in a very long time. There was a moment where I was talking about Lautaro Martinez like every other video, but we are here now. And the reason why I do want to bring Martinez in is to just give you guys a reminder that Barcelona are currently still in the race to sign this player in. And it says here, one of the members of the board of directors in Barcelona did speak with TYC Sports. He has stated, we are evaluating the possibility of bringing Lautaro Martinez. He is one of the best in the world in his position, which means that it is clear Barcelona are still interested in Lautaro. But the main reason why I do want to bring him up is because in this coming Friday, there's going to be a match between Sevilla and Inter Milan. The Europa League final will be on Friday, and Lautaro Martinez will be participating in that match. And after Inter Milan coming off a 5-0 win against Shakhtar, Lautaro Martinez scored 2 goals and provided 1 assist in that match. And the reason why that is such a huge deal is because Lautaro Martinez has had a difficult time to come back from form ever since we did come back from that pandemic break. And now that we are here, we have seen Lautaro score a goal against Napoli, and now seeing this display against Shakhtar in the semi-final, Lautaro Martinez is aware that he does need to prove his worth. He knows that there are eyes in Barcelona that are currently looking at him and saying, do we want to sign this player or not? And again, Martinez is aware. So could Lautaro Martinez shine again in that final against Sevilla? Because it's going to be a huge match, especially knowing that Sevilla are currently the Europa League kings. Could Lautaro Martinez take that dream away from Sevilla and bring the Europa League back to Inter Milan? That is something that we're going to have to find out. And so I do highly suggest everyone to watch that match, or at least the highlights of what Lautaro Martinez did do in that final. But one thing is for sure Barcelona is going to be watching. So that'll be it for today's Barcelona daily transfer news. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment. Feel free to DM me on Instagram or message me on Twitter. I try to get through everyone's messages and really try and connect with you guys. Feel free to join me on the Flick chat. If you guys do want the Flick link to that group chat, just message me, whichever, either by Instagram or Twitter. And so again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.